In class today, we looked at multiplication of 2-digit by 2-digit numbers, and we looked at how to do that using arrays. We've been spending some time with our basic facts, and once we understand that how to multiply with our basic facts, then it's time to look at how we can multiply more complicated numbers. So 24 times 36, when we're multiplying using an array, the one thing we do is we draw a rectangle that would represent that question. So this rectangle represents 24 times 36. And we just write those numbers down. So this side would be 24, and this side is 36. And when we're looking at this question, 24 times 36, we also know that 24 is the same as saying 20 plus 4 times 30 plus 6. And we're just breaking it down into its place value components. So 24 is made up of a 20 and a 4, and 36 is made up of a 30 and a 6. And when we look at 24 times 36 in an array, we can actually divide this in that same way. So we can just draw a line like so that would say this part up here is worth 20 and down here is worth 4. And this is just helping us visualize how we can divide, or how we can multiply 24 times 36. So the same thing, we take 36 and we divide this section down, simply saying that this part here represents 30 and this little section represents 6. And when we take a look at it then, we know that here, this big area right in here is the same as saying 20 times 30, and we're going to try to find that out. And because those numbers are friendly numbers, it's going to be easier to find that answer. And down here, we would go, well, we have this section is 4, this section is 30, so this little area we're trying to figure out is 4 times 30. All the way over here, this section here, this part is 20, this part is 6, so we're trying to figure out 20 times 6 here. And in this little bottom corner here, that's going to be our smallest piece of this array, and we have that represents 4 times 6. And we basically now just do all the math in here, and we know that 20 times 30, if we have 20 times 30, we have 20 groups of 30. Well, what I can do here is I can look at this 2 times 3 is 6. Well, if 2 times 3 is 6, 20 times 30 is going to be 600. All right? And I could count that up. I could add 30 20 times, or I could add 20 30 times. 4 times 30, well, 4 times 3 is 12. And if I go 10 times more than 12, that is 120. Then I have 20 over here. Oops. 20 over here. Just make sure I'm back. 20 times 6, which is right in this area. 20 times 6, well, 2 times 6 is 12. 20 times 6 is 120 as well. And then our 4 times 6, our basic fact there, is 24. So if I take all of these numbers now and I add them all up, I have 600, 120, and I have that in there twice, plus 24. And I just basically add all of these numbers up, and you get 864. So 24 times 36 is 864. That's our answer. And that's how we've been working on 2-digit multiplication using arrays.